yeah, I should remember to... Oh, hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Ramadan Safeeries live show. Maybe you remember me. My name's Layla. I used to see you guys all the time before. But today I have a very, very special friend with me. And his name is Rafiq. Assalamu alaikum, Rafiq. Oh.
Wa alaikum salam, sister. Wagwan.
Let's say Ramadan Mubarak together to the children. 1, 2, 3. Ramadan Mubarak. That wasn't very energetic. And what was this letter in your mouth? What's this? Looks like...
I don't want to talk about it.
Why don't you want to talk about it? Who's this letter from? You look very upset. I'm not sure you're in a very good mood, even though it's Ramadan.
Yes, of course. I know it be Ramadan and I know I should be excited. But you see, me got this letter from me brother.
Yeah.
And me brother,
yeah,
I ain't talked to in over 20 years, you know.
20 years, that's such a long time. I mean, that's even, older than I am, Rafiq.
I know.
But what happened? Why did you stop talking to your brother?
Let me tell you, it be a long story. Right, you see. When we were little youths,
yeah,
very young.
You mean when you were little boys?
That's right.
Yeah.
Me parents, me madres, me padre,
yeah,
they got very, very ill.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful.
But it's okay. Because I thought we would look after my parents together.
Yeah, that's what families do,
right?
when there's a problem, isn't there? They stick
right,
together.
Right. But me brother, he decided he were gonna be pure selfish. Because he wanted to go traveling round the whole world, you see. And he left me all by me Jack J's to look after my parents.
You mean all by yourself?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Jack J's.
That's what, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jack J's. So, he left me by me Jack J's,
Yeah.
all by myself, to look after me parents, leaving all the responsibility to poor little Rafiq.
Oh, dear. So you had to do everything?
That's right.
So that means you couldn't really go off and do what you wanted?
You know what I mean, man?
Yeah, that's not nice. But look, what has your brother said in his letter?
Well, you see.
Yeah, can I have a look? Do you mind?
Of course. You see, he asked me now, firstly, for forgiveness.
Okay.
Secondly, he wanna be my friend again, you see.
He wants to be friends
That's
with
right,
you.
That's right, yeah, man.
Were you friends when you were little?
Of course, you know. We were the best of friends. He like me tight brethren, you know.
Oh.
Me little brother.
Oh. And
But-
how much younger is he than you?
He be like 2 years younger than me, you
Oh,
see.
so you're very close in
Very,
age.
very
Did
close,
you used to
you know.
play together?
Indeed. We used to play all them sports, you know.
Oh.
We used to play that football, and we used to play the cricket, and, we used to go swimming, everything together, you know.
That's nice. So you got this letter. How do you feel about it, Rafiq? Honestly, you can talk to me like we're friends, because we are.
Well, you see, me feel sad, you know.
Oh.
Because me not know him, you know.
Oh.
Me spent 20 years apart, you see.
Oh, 20 years is a really long time. But look, Rafiq, he's made an effort to get in touch with you with this letter.
True that.
And I don't want to lecture you about, how important it is for all of us, not just you, not just me, but everybody at home watching, to stay in touch with your family and even your friends.
True. And sometimes, you see, we all need a little reminder, right?
We do need a reminder, Rafiq.
True.
And one of the best ways to learn about Islam is through a really nice story. Yeah?
Me like story time. Me really like story
I
time.
love stories as well. In fact, I have
Yeah, man.
the children's Safeeries live show storybook here.
No way.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just,
man. Me love that.
Do you like it?
We love it.
And the children at home who are watching, maybe they have a story that they'd like to share with us.
Maybe.
And, you can call in on 0203 515 123
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So do
Only
give us a
joking,
call
only joking.
and share with us any stories you might have, or maybe you even have a piece of advice you'd like to give to Rafiq.
Maybe.
Oh, we love talking to the children, don't we?
Yes, indeed.
Maybe someone will call in today. You'll just have to wait till the end of
I'm
the show to find
all
out.
ears.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so the story's going to begin now, and it's called Two Brothers.
Two brothers.
Two brothers. Okay, so
Like
you
a
ready?
brother from another mother.
No, from the same mum,
Ah, so like me and my brother.
like you and your brother.
Okay.
So, not so long ago, there were two brothers, much like you and your brother, and they didn't get on very well with each other. So one summer, their mum, Kulthum, decided to send them off to summer camp together, hoping they would learn to get along better. Do you know about summer camp? Have any of the children here, have they been to summer camp?
I've never been to summer camp.
You never been to summer camp?
Me
So
never
in-
got no chance to go summer camp. Me
Oh.
looking after me parents, innit?
That's true. But these two brothers, called Asif and Abid, they didn't like each other very much.
Oh.
Even when they were little, when you would expect brothers to play with each other, they were always arguing and fighting over toys and squabbling and bickering.
Nah good.
No, were you and your brother like that when you were little?
Nah, we be friends. We share everything. Everything we
Good.
share.
That's good. So, when they arrived at the summer camp, which was set in the middle of a lovely countryside, surrounded by greenery, it was a nice, peaceful place, they had to share a room. Oh dear, which could only spell disaster because they couldn't share anything.
Problem.
Exactly.
More problem.
So, what happened was they had to be separated. And the camp organisers were furious with them. Why couldn't they just behave themselves? So, Asif, the one who was a little bit younger, he ran off because he was blamed for the argument that they had earlier that day about who was going to sleep on the top bunk
No way,
and
man.
who was going to sleep on the bottom bunk. I mean, really, is that a thing to argue about? Why didn't they take it in turns?
Yeah, man.
You see?
Such
You
a
see?
small thing.
So Asif, he sort of ran off into the woods all by himself. It was starting to get dark, and that's when he thought he would take shelter. So he climbed up a tree, and when it was getting really, really dark, he thought, oh crumbs, maybe I should go home. But of course, he'd left all his camping gear back at the camp, his compass, all of his trekking gear. So he
Oh,
was stuck
dear
up a
me.
tree all by himself. The sun was going down. It was awful, absolutely awful.
I can imagine.
Asif was terrified, and he could hear frightening sounds and, things in the wood and the trees rustling like this. And an owl hooting and a crunching sound.
Even I'm getting scared.
I know. He imagined it was a bear eating someone just like him, like
Where?
a little boy
Where?
like himself. No. Oh, no. Why had he been so silly? He didn't always have to fight.
True that.
But meanwhile, Abid was actually quite upset. And by the time it had got really dark, there was already a search party out looking for him. Do you know what a search party is?
No, tell me. What be a search party?
Well, when people get lost...
It's when people like party was looking for things.
No, it's not like a fun party.
Oh.
It's a collection or group of people.
'Cause
So
that'd be
if
a
somebody
strange
gets
party.
lost in the mountains or in the woods or in the countryside or even in the city, this group of people, usually police officers and other special people, they go out and look for them, yeah? So Abid, even though he was annoyed with his little brother, he was upset, so he decided to join in the search to look for his brother. After all,
Right.
that was his only sibling, and he knew how much his parents wanted their lovely sons to get on with each other, because I think if I was a mum and I had a little boy and a little girl, or two boys and two girls, I wouldn't want them to fight with each other all the time.
Nah, man.
So Abid heard a faint sound in the distance. Could it have been Asif? Oh no, he was in so much danger. There were wild animals in the wood everywhere. The search and rescue party finally found Asif stuck up a tree. His eyes were sore and red because he'd been crying so much. He knew if it hadn't been for his brother Abid, he could have stayed up there a lot longer than he already had.
What a lovely brother.
So Asif finally was led down the tree. He saw his brother at the bottom with all the other people